Do not fear, the Plastic Queen is here, and we're back with another episode of Iconically Unhinged. This is a really special episode because it is Pride Month, and I decided to do my comeback show with one of my closest friends, one of the bestest friends, honestly. She's an icon. She's an entrepreneur that has worked so hard to establish an empire that she has built by herself with nobody's help. Please help me welcome our very, very special guest today, Danielle.
Hello.
Danielle is here. Hi. Thank you for doing this.
Of course. I'm
Oh my
like
gosh.
nervous. I've never,
Yes, too.
I haven't gotten on camera in so long.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm happy that the comeback is with me
I know.
on Iconically Unhinged.
Iconically unhinged.
How do you feel?
I'm here. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I don't like talking about myself.
Okay.
Well, okay, I do and I don't.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm nervous.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
We're gonna get to the bottom of it.
We're going to get to the bottom. One thing about us, it's going to be a bottom.
I'm Danielle. I live in San Diego for like occupation and stuff.
We're going to get into that.
Okay,
we're going to get into that.
into occupation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start with, where are you from?
So originally I'm from Hawaii.
Okay, she's a Hawaiian girl.
She's the Hawaiian girl.
Island gal.
Island gal. But I'm actually really not Islander. Well, kind of. Not like Hawaiian. But I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A little bit.
All right.
An ounce of Puerto Rican. And then I'm also like mostly European and stuff.
Got it.
So yeah. I always like anytime I'm at like a bar or something and I talk to a guy, I'm like, yeah, I'm Latina. When I'm like not Latina at all, like no. I just lead into it.
This is why she needed to be on this Iconically Unhinged podcast, right? Because she's iconically unhinged. Okay, so when did you get to San Diego and where from?
Oh, girl, this is a fucking story. All right.
What's the story?
So I moved to San Diego about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Before that, I was living in South Carolina, of all places for a trans woman to live.
Okay.
South fucking Carolina.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So of all places, as a trans woman living in South Carolina.
What was that?
Honestly, wild. Like, it was so interesting. And I started my transition there because, as you know, at 18, I joined the military. And then I started transitioning when I was in the military. So yeah, I started my my transition in South Carolina, a very, very, very red state and area. And I feel like it really shaped a lot about me from the beginning of my journey as a woman. And I feel like it also taught me to feel a lot of shame towards being a trans woman, which I'm actively breaking down, you know, a lot of the stuff that I've talked to you personally about, like insecurities and all that stuff. But,
well, I mean, I bet it's hard because like, there's a lot to unravel here, right? Because you joined the military at 18. How old are you right now?
25.
25. Okay, so there's a good chunk of your time that you spent in the military, right? How was the journey of, first of all, why did you join?
Yeah.
And how was the experience of joining before even transitioning? Like, what was that like? What was going through your mind? Why did you do that experience, right?
Yeah, I mean, I joined the military because I didn't want to go to school, to be honest. I was like, college sounds awful. And my parents didn't really want to pay for my schooling.
Okay.
So it just wasn't really like an option for me at the time because I didn't want to get into a bunch of debt for something that I didn't really want to do anyways. So at the time, I'm actually pretty smart, believe it or not. So
She really is. She really, really is. She's one of the most intelligent people, like you'll see.
So yeah, I took something called the ASVAB. I don't think you know what this is. Oh, no, okay, you did.
You did.
Okay.
You almost joined.
I cannot imagine doing this.
Very bad. I joined and they did not let me because I'm trans.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that this is the first time I say that I'm trans on my podcast.
Girl, I've been fucking begging for you to talk about your trans.
I know. We'll get into it.
But yeah, so I took the ASVAB. I got a really high score. I got a really good score. And so I qualified for a nuclear program where it's like a nuclear engineering program. And basically, I had like a huge signing bonus. It was like $40,000 to finish schooling. So like if I finished schooling, I'd get a $40,000 bonus. And I was like, dude, no way. Like, of course I'm going to do that instead of going to like school or something.
And pay for it out of
Yeah,
pocket.
exactly. So honestly, it ended up being one of the best decisions I ever made. So at 18, I was a little twink. I was a little baby. And I joined the military. I went to boot camp. It was spooky, girl. It was scary. I honestly, before transitioning, I was the exact same, just like a twink. So there was a lot of hazing.
Lots of hazing for sure. To say the least.
To say the least. But honestly, it's a fun experience in a way. It's like summer camp. Like boot camp is literally like a crazy summer camp.
If anybody here is watching is in the military, please confirm or deny these allegations.
It's true. It's true. Like boot camp really does feel like it's like a very rigorous like
summer camp.
Okay. I was in boot camp and yeah, I got through boot camp. I was like doing pretty good in my military career. I was going to school. And during school, I just got super depressed, like bad, like suicidal level depression. I didn't want to be alive. I was sad. So I like went to a psychiatrist and I was talking to her kind of about like what I was feeling and all this stuff and my upbringing. I was extremely sheltered and I wasn't allowed to literally like go anywheres without my parents. So like they really, really like kind of, I don't want to say kept me from the outside world, but they really did.
They sheltered you.
Yeah, like crazy sheltered. And so the military and like being in the military was the first time that I kind of experienced being a young adult, like being a teenager, like seeing parties and stuff like that. And I just remember seeing the way men would interact with girls, like the pretty girls at my command. My command was like where I work, like that's like where I was stationed. And I was so envious. Like so envious. Like I just thought it was so like, oh my God, like I wish guys saw me that way. And it sounds pretty vain, or it sounds like transitioning for the wrong reasons. But it's not. It's not. It's just like you get it. Like when you see like when you're like a young trans woman who's not transitioned yet.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
It's because you want to be and you feel like you are a girl. So you're envious of that could be me and not envious of like oh, I want that treatment. It's that I want
to be seen as a girl.
Yeah,
like I wanted
yeah.
I was talking to my psychiatrist about that one, about how I just felt trapped. And she's like, well, do you think you're trans? And I was like, it was an idea that I had thought about before in high school. And I actually, when I was in high school, I was like 16. I came out to one of my best friends at the time. I told her, I was like, I think I'm a girl. And she completely shut me down. Yeah. She was like, you're not a girl. Like you're a boy. She's like, you're
It's
just
very interesting, to be honest with you,
yeah,
because that must have left some sort of trauma.
for sure. And not to mention the fact that my parents were very conservative to begin with.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I just pushed it out of my head.
Yeah.
Because it took me so much courage to tell her that.
And then you were faced with rejection.
Exactly. Yeah. So literally when my psychiatrist talked to me about that, it was like the first time I had thought about it again in so long because I just had pushed that part down so far. And when she opened that can,
it was
all I could think about.
Yeah.
All I could think about. Yeah. And so
what made you take the step to transition? Because that takes a lot of courage if we're going to think about it. In an institution that is created to masculinize every single person that goes through it, right? How, like, where did you find the courage and what made you decide, like, I'm gonna transition?
I mean, honestly, I was surrounded by really, really understanding leadership.
Okay.
I had a superior that was a gay man,
Okay.
and his husband is a drag queen.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. He was like the only queer person that was in my vicinity at that time, other than myself.
Mhm.
So, like, talking to him about my experiences, like, he just spoke a lot of confidence into me. Like, he was just like, you got to do what you got to do. Like,
Yeah.
y it's your life. Like, you have to make yourself happy, And I had so little to lose at that time, and because I was so low mentally.
You already mentioned you were suicidal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was like, I don't
What is
really
there to
care.
lose? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't care about my career. I don't care about this job. So I told my psychiatrist, I was like, you're like, I want to do this. Like, I want to commit to my transition. I want to commit to myself. And she basically was like, that's amazing, but you can't be in the military anymore if you do choose that. So my options at that time were wait to transition until my contract was up, which is a 6-year contract,
Oof.
which is crazy. That would have been last year
Oof.
if I waited all that time. Hell no.
Oof.
So
So
yeah,
heavy.
right.
Yeah.
I literally thought about that at that age. I was literally 18. I was like, I don't want to start my life at 24.
Yeah.
I already feel like as a trans woman starting at 18, that already feels like you missed the
So
first
much.
18 years of your life, of your girlhood and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to miss my early 20s as a woman.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, like, get me out of here.
Hmm.
So I went to an endocrinologist, as you know how it goes, and I started hormones. And at that point, I was separated from the military and I was on my own
So
in
they
South
discharged you
Carolina.
because you were transitioning.
Yes, because it put me in a non-deployable status.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Hmm.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you separated at the age of 18,
Mhm.
and then
In
what?
19, actually.
19.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just
And
turned
19,
19.
and then what?
And then I moved into one of my best friend's houses. God bless him, honestly. I would have been homeless if not.
Okay.
Um, I moved in with one of my best friends at the time. Um, and I just started my transition. Like, it was it was such a weird time because I was so like, do you remember the beginning of your transition where you're like just uncomfortable with yourself?
I do remember. I do remember like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that you would just feel so uncomfortable in your own
Hmm.
body. It's like you're like so excited to start your journey as a woman, but
You look crazy.
crazy, like
Crazy.
insane. Like, yeah,
Brick.
house, brick house. Let me tell you, bitch. I was a brick house girl because I was working out every day in the military.
Yeah.
I was huge. She was huge.
Right. Oh my God, that's
Yeah,
true.
I was working out. I was super muscular. That's why even now, like, I'm really happy that I'm building my relationship back up with the gym and like being more comfortable in my body as an athletic woman
Mm.
because I that was such an insecurity I had in the beginning of my transition was I had a lot of muscle. So I would literally like starve myself to get rid of it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that's when you developed eating disorders?
The eating disorder has been there since
When do you think
baby
did it
days,
start?
since I was a kid, girl.
Why did you start?
Well, there was this little show called America's Next Top Model.
I love that show. It's
Yeah,
part of my eating disorder.
yeah,
I remember like
yeah.
her Clara talking to a girl that was not even plus size, and she's like, "Yeah, she could be a plus size model." And she
I
was,
remember
you
that.
remember
I
that?
remember that.
I
I
was like,
literally remember that
and I just looked
season.
at myself and was like,
Plus size.
plus size. Okay. Start popping out.
The tits are popping out, girl. We are tit city right now.
Forted City. Okay, so America's Next Top Model, eating
Yeah.
disorders.
Well, so honestly, my eating disorder started, I joke, I wasn't a kid with an eating disorder, but my eating disorder started when my parents first found out that I was queer. So they
When
found
was that?
out I was like 16.
So you were a kid.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was a kid.
yeah, basically.
Um, Yeah, my parents found out that I was gay and I had a boyfriend,
Okay.
and they like shunned me completely. They didn't talk to me for like months. Like it was like
Wow.
I was just living in their house.
Wow.
And I was so stressed out at the time. That's when they like literally stopped letting me out of the house
Mm.
because I was going over to my boyfriend's house like
Right.
after school and stuff.
Right.
So they literally like made me go like as soon as school got out, I had to go back home.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy to see you now and think about that
Yeah.
and how like that was your life because you're so outgoing and you love doing stuff and you love being outside
Yeah.
and probably that's why.
That's literally why I hate being in the house because like my parents weren't like abusive, mind you. They were great people.
Yeah.
They just didn't know how to deal with having a queer
Totally.
child, you
Totally.
know? And we've talked about this before too,
Mhm.
like with your parents and
Mhm.
them obviously knowing that you're a queer person.
Yeah, they
You
knew I
know?
was different for sure. I think they thought it was a phase
Yeah.
for the longest time.
Yeah. But it's like they knew that you were different.
Yeah, for sure.
And like
The whole
with
country
that,
knew
like
it was different.
exactly. So it's like I think when your parents like can sense that, they're like, how do I protect my kid?
Not let them outside.
Not let them see the light
Not
of
let
day.
them see the light of day.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. So
Because they also are, I think, afraid of the society's reaction, right? Because at the end
mhm.
of the day, they're indoctrinated into thinking the way that they think due to religion, society, like circumstances,
Yeah.
place of living, area of living, culture, whatever it is, they're
Yeah.
indoctrinated into not accepting anything different. So they want to protect you from the outside world as well, from how they're gonna react. Because like I remember my mom sometimes used to say, people take advantage of people like you, like of people that are different, like sexually. They take
Yeah.
advantage of that. And she was right. She was
Yeah.
right. People did take advantage of me a lot of times. And it was crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, besides the point. Okay, let's get to the meaty stuff. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, transitioning,
Yeah.
what have you had done?
Surgically?
Surgically, yes.
Surgically.
Surgically and non surgically.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've had my ribs remodeled,
Okay.
which is basically a surgery where they break your bottom 6 ribs.
But how many ribs are there?
I
I don't know.
don't know.
A lot.
A lot. I've had my breasts done twice.
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 Okay.
My first time I had huge boobs and they were too big.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is the thing. But
I didn't like how big my boobs
it
were.
doesn't work with your frame sometimes, and you have to fix
Yeah.
that.
And like I'm really happy with my boobs now.
I think your boobs are great.
Yeah, they fit my
They
frame
fit
so well. And then I've had FFS twice.
Okay. I do know
So
about those.
yeah, non-surgical, just a lot of filler, girl.
Okay.
Just like a lot of filler. Like
I love filler.
this girl will call me and I'll be like, hey.
Inspired me. Let me tell you, inspired me because I was always afraid of filler
Yeah.
because of migration and
A lot of people.
choppy
There's so much like misconception.
conception.
Yeah.
For sure.
And like
No, but
you've like seen me firsthand, like
yeah.
throughout everything.
Yeah.
And it's like it doesn't look
It
crazy.
doesn't look crazy. It looks amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Which inspired me to get my cheeks done and my lips done
Yeah.
twice, 3 times. Let's talk about your empire that you have built.
Oh my
So,
God.
Danielle built an empire on OnlyFans.
I wouldn't say empire.
I would say an empire.
I would say I'm moderately successful. But here's the thing, girl.
You
I'm
have
not.
supported your lifestyle, and it's a really extravagant lifestyle that you have, and you have built it. Your rent is expensive, your looks are expensive, your hair is expensive, everything is expensive, and you have covered it and then some. So I would consider that an empire of your own.
Yeah.
It's your own empire. You're not Sophie Rain,
Yeah.
but you are a successful person on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
I mean, honestly, that's the thing is literally since the beginning of my transition, I've been on OnlyFans. Isn't that crazy?
Really?
Yeah.
Why
Literally.
did you join?
I was broke.
Okay.
I was broke. Literally, it was like 6 years ago. I was broke. I had no money. Yeah. So I started OnlyFans. I was like part of the first wave of like trans creators on OnlyFans. This was like when TikTok was getting big. This was like when OnlyFans first came out.
Pandemic.
Exactly. Yeah. So the beginning of the pandemic, and I was like one of the first trans girls like that like got
And this is me announcing that I'm on OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding. I've been on OnlyFans before. I think the people that have followed me from day one have seen me on OnlyFans a couple
in
times
every
in
position.
every position. But I've had OnlyFans, like I made an OnlyFans probably 3 different occasions on 3 different times. And it was because I was broke.
Yeah.
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 It takes a lot of work, by the
It
way.
does.
It's a lot of
It
work.
is.
It's a lot of dedication. So you were one of the big waves when
Yeah,
it
one of
first,
the beginning
yeah.
creators. And so I was literally working at Starbucks at the time
Why does I've worked at a Starbucks?
because their health insurance
I know. I worked there for 2 weeks.
is so good.
I was, that's it.
Sick of it.
I was in Vegas at the time.
One thing about her, she's gonna be sick of it.
2 weeks is my limit. That's how I know if I love a job or not. 2 weeks. It's true. It's true. A lot of my jobs I left after 2 weeks.
Just
Like my
happened.
recent one. Like my recent one, yeah. I was working at a dispensary for 2 weeks and I was like, this is not for me.
Sick of it.
I need to go back to Fabletics. So
Yeah. I got kind of big on TikTok.
yeah.
I had like at one point I have like a almost 250,000
You
of
do.
followers on TikTok. And I was using TikTok to get a lot of subscribers on OnlyFans. And yeah, I was making a good amount of money. And so I was literally making enough to quit my job, my regular job, and I haven't worked a normal job since and never will. I never will.
You heard it here first.
Not for me, baby. Not for me.
Period. Honestly, period. I salute you for that. I do.
Yeah. So, I mean, OnlyFans has been supporting me for the past 6 years.
Wow. That's amazing.
Insane, right?
Insane. And she refuses to call it an empire.
Well, I don't think it's an empire because, like, I'm not like,
6 years of sustaining a good life, I would say an empire.
yeah,
Your own empire. Again, it's not
yeah,
Arikitsia, but
yeah,
it is an empire of your own. It's a sustainable source of income that you have had for 6 years.
yeah. And I'm honestly really thankful for it because it has funded my transition.
Yeah.
Like, you know how much money I've invested into myself. Like,
And honestly, for everybody watching, if you don't know Danielle, if you do know Danielle, you know that this is true. If you don't know Danielle, Danielle is a very private person, which is so contradicting to her being on OnlyFans. Like she does not post. She doesn't like sharing her private life on social media. I think there's beauty in that because it's there's such a huge contrast between like who you are in your private life and who you are online.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're really open in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're fun, you're outgoing, love to like do stuff.
I think when I'm comfortable.
I think so.
When I'm really comfortable, I feel like because you and I's friendship has gotten so close.
Yeah.
I feel like you've seen like a lot of the sides of me that other people don't. I think a lot of people think that I'm just very quiet.
Which she's not.
I'm really not. But like when I first meet people, I am.
Yeah.
I'm very introverted. I'm just observed.
Studying the room. I think it comes from trauma.
Yeah.
Because you learn how to like read the room.
And know how to move accordingly. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
How does it feel to be known as an OnlyFans model?
I feel like so when I started in South Carolina, that's when I
started OnlyFans in South Carolina.
Yeah. That's when I got the most judgment from people.
Of course.
Like in California, girl, everyone has an OnlyFans. Like everyone and their mother has an OnlyFans. Like actually.
It's true.
If you're attractive, then you have a fucking OnlyFans. Like
it's true.
Yeah. But
missing the wave.
Hop back on, babe.
My time is running.
But yeah, so I feel like
should I?
Why not?
I have the best instructor.
Maddie and I are gonna fuck.
Watch on OnlyFans. So you got the most judgment in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of the girls that I thought were my friends would like make like backhanded jokes about it and stuff, and like I don't know, like say some catty stuff about it sometimes.
Just throw shade.
Yeah. But it's like
well, where are they now?
That part. But yeah, so I mean,
How's dating?
oh, dating. I mean, I've never been good at dating, honestly. I feel like dating as a trans woman, like I'm not playing like my mini violin or anything, because I'm really thankful for my life and I love being trans. I love being a trans woman. Honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Mhm.
But
Same, honestly, even though it
yeah,
comes with so much shit,
it does. It,
so much,
yeah.
like not necessary, honestly. But I wouldn't trade it either for anything else.
Yeah.
It's just who we are.
Yeah.
And living authentically as who you are has this joyful, fulfilling feeling.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of freedom in just being yourself,
agree.
you know.
As we were talking, yeah, how's dating?
Dating is definitely interesting. Dating is definitely interesting. I mean, dating as a trans woman, period, is an experience to be had,
Hmm.
um,
To say the least.
to say the least. Yeah. Dating as an OnlyFans girl and being trans.
It has an added layer to the mix.
For sure. Yeah. I feel like when guys know that you do OnlyFans, they just kind of automatically assume that you're a whore,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Not to say actually. Yeah. So they kind of men lose respect for you in some way, which is so not like valid. So, I mean, dating wise, like I'm more focused on money right now, I feel like.
Yeah,
So like you know me, like I'll date like daddies and stuff, but like
right.
yeah, like that's my priority right now. I don't know. I feel like my dating life is weird. Okay, as my friend, how would
Yeah.
you say my dating life is?
That your priority is not dating.
It's really not.
It's
No.
really not. Our friendship and our like future plans, because we
Hmm.
have a lot of future plans together, like to
Yeah,
thrive. You know what I mean? I think that you're more focused on you and what fulfills you now. And
for
I
sure.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely earlier in my transition, I definitely think men were so the center of
All of us, I think.
yeah, for sure. And I think it comes down to validation.
I think so.
More so than even wanting a man, it's the validation of maintaining a relationship with a man. It's like the validation of feeling wanted and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you realize how fleeting that is and how temporary that desire
Exhausting.
is, yeah, and it's not even genuine. It's not even like fulfilling. So I feel like I don't know, focusing on yourself is like my dating now. Like focusing
You're
on
dating yourself.
exactly. Honestly, yeah. I feel like at
Yeah.
that point, I mean, I think this year especially, I've been so focused on just like healing my relationship with myself
Yeah.
and like healing my image of myself in my head,
Hmm.
girl, because it was dark there for a hot minute. I
Yeah.
was just so mean and evil to myself. Oh,
One, there's a change in lighting,
give me a sec.
a sudden change.
We're bringing it back. Okay, there.
Okay.
But yeah, my dating life is kind of non-existent, except for that one guy. But we don't talk about him
Talk about him.
because he wasn't dating me. Yeah.
How do you deal with rejection? I think that's a really good question.
That is a good question. I don't.
Okay.
You know this,
I
and
do.
she always yells at me about this. She literally one day was like, "Bitch, can you just let yourself feel something?"
True.
One thing about you, you're gonna call me out, and it's gonna be aggressive. Sometimes I really need to hear it, though.
It's true. Because being numb
Yeah.
should scare you.
I mean, truly, and you know me, I
Hmm.
do push things down a
Yeah.
lot. So I feel like when it comes to rejection, I internalize it
Hmm.
so much. Especially from like men.
Hmm.
I see it as like, okay, I'm not good enough. You know,
Yeah.
it's not, oh, it just wasn't meant to be with that person. I internalize and I think that's honestly the thing with rejection is you just have to accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
Whether it's when it comes to like men or something, like just realizing that like it's not about you. It's really not. It's about them,
Hmm.
you know?
It's true.
Yeah.
It really is. It's not a reflection of who you are. It's
And
just a
they'll be
reflection of
back.
who they are. They're always going to be back.
They'll be back.
They'll always be back. That's
Yeah.
the one thing that I learned. And I learned it the hard way, whether it takes a year, whether it takes 3 years, they always find a way to crawl back because
Yeah.
when you find especially a trans girl with a lot of value and she values herself and she is a bad bitch, right?
Yeah.
You cannot unsee it. You cannot just.
We're a rare breed.
We really are a rare breed. And
Yeah.
it's like they will always come back to chase that. But when they do, it's always too late
Yeah.
because I moved on, right? Or I leveled up and now you're not on my level anymore.
Yeah. Or I just respect myself
just
more
respect
than
myself
being around you, you know?
because you didn't respect me. Gonna
Exactly.
be me.
When you learn to like value yourself and realize that, like, I think the thing that I realized after just being tired of like being just disrespected by men
Yeah.
over and over again, I realized I was like, no one's gonna have my back. No one is gonna have your back except for you.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, except for yourself. Friends, like I love my friends, obviously, but
They come
we
and go.
all have our own agendas.
They come and go sometimes.
Exactly.
We've came so far.
Yeah. I mean, at this, I feel like 2026 has been a really good year.
It's been a really good year.
I feel like, I don't know, for me personally, I feel like my mindset about things and like I'm just so much more positive than I was before.
Grew so much.
Yeah.
Like so much.
I've grown a lot. I feel like I've really grown into like a person that I'm starting to really like the person that I've always wanted to be.
Yeah.
Questions for you.
Yeah.
I feel like you've never talked about your transition
Mm.
on the podcast, and I've always, always literally begged her to talk about your transition and your journey as a Middle Eastern woman living in the United States now.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you can talk about because I know you've said that you don't want to talk about certain things.
I don't like bringing that side up just because I want them to leave me alone and I want to leave them alone, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
it's just
So when you mean them, what are you referring
like
to?
the people that have made my life a living hell. The people that are constantly lurking on my social media, the people that are constantly still criticizing me, still obsessed with me, and just those people. You know what I mean? Like people from high school, people from the country. Because at the time, at a certain time, I was really popular in the country in the worst way possible, where I went viral at some point, and videos and photos of me circulated the internet and they were shared via WhatsApp, Facebook, and we had response videos and people responding to me and like reacting to me and like all these different things. And it got to the point where I got locked into my room for months because my parents found out and it was like, wow. You know what I mean? Like the family name and you're ruining the family name. So I changed my name.
Yeah.
No family here. Thank you so much. I think that I buried that person. Like that person is dead to me. Like me, my old self. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just think like how is coming to the US? Like being from the Middle East, what's your journey with that? Like how
Well,
is
I
moving?
applied for immigration at the age of 16. And then I got accepted in 2017 when I was 20 years old.
Okay.
So it took 4 years and I did not think that I was going to make it out. It was like that bad. It got to the point where like kids, little kids would throw eggs and rocks on my car and on my like parents' apartment. It was like really bad. I couldn't leave the building. It was like horrible. So, and I had a major, yeah, I had a major drinking problem because I was really depressed. And so I just drank myself to like survive. You know what I mean? And I did carry it with me to a couple years into the US where I was drinking out of survival, really. But it was exciting, honestly. I still remember the time that I got the call, and it was the most exciting thing of my life. Like it was out of a dream. I felt like I am dreaming. It wasn't real. And then the call got canceled. The flight got canceled and got delayed for 3 more days. So I was like, I didn't know that it was delayed for 3 more days. They did not know either. They were like, they were unsure. So I was like, oh, well, this is it. Like, I'm gonna die here. Like, this is where it ends. You know what I mean? And then I got the call again and I just packed my shit and left on an airplane.
Did your family like know?
I told them 45 minutes before my plane, before I had to be at the airport.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because we did not want the risk of somebody preventing me from getting on the plane or any of that.
That's like actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Insane. And like honestly, I feel like I have like so much respect for you, like as my friend, like knowing I feel like I don't ask about it because I can only imagine how traumatizing it is.
Yeah.
I try not to talk about it as much, but
You can ask. I mean,
yeah,
like I stopped feeling traumatized. I go to therapy
yeah,
extensively. I have like a therapy session once a week.
yeah. I mean, I just feel like like as your friend, like it gives me so much respect for you, like
Thanks.
as a trans woman and like knowing where you came from.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I know the way that my trauma has affected me and the things that it's like caused in my life. And I
Mhm.
can only imagine like what growing up in the Middle East,
Horrible.
knowing that you're a trans woman,
Horrible.
feeling stuck,
Yeah.
like that's
Horrible.
insane.
It was
But you're
crazy.
here
I'm
and you
here.
made it.
Yeah, I made it, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I still cannot believe it sometimes. It's like driving is what triggers me the most
Really.
because I used to love driving. I love driving. You know what I mean? And I used to drive my dad's car back home and I would just sit and envision myself driving in California, like driving
Yeah.
with the palm trees and the ocean and the buildings and the skyscrapers because we don't have that back home.
Mhm.
So now sometimes I go on certain streets or whatever and I'm driving and I'm like, I'm here. Like, I
Yeah.
am here. I made it. Like, oh my gosh. It's like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
so surreal sometimes.
Wow, that's crazy. How was your dating life?
Was or is?
Is. How is your dating life right now?
It is also all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm I'm open. I'm open.
She's open.
I'm open. I'm not pursuing anything per se anymore.
Yeah.
I had this obsession where I wanted a boyfriend so bad.
I
And
remember that. Yeah.
yeah,
That was pre-medication.
medication for sure. It's the bipolar for sure. But now I'm just focused on being happy, I think, and like navigating healthier relationships, even if it's temporary or short term or short lived. It's just like, because I used to handle rejection with popping off and internalizing it as I'm also not good enough.
Yeah.
But in my world, I am so worthy because I've gone through so much to be here and to be the person that I am, like to be here alive, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've worked on myself tremendously. So to me, it's like, why don't you see my value? Like, why are you treating me this way? So it gets this
Mm.
anger and this pop off that I'm like blowing them up and I'm like yelling and nothing works, obviously, because it's like, it just adds to the mix.
Men got off on that.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
do.
love seeing women. That's why I feel like my biggest like
You just ignore
I
it.
don't get you know me like
Yeah,
it's hard to make me upset
yeah, it's
and
true.
like show it.
It's true. It's true.
So
Yeah, no, but currently I'm open. I'm talking to like people.
mm,
There's nothing set in stone or there's nothing built, right? I'm just dating.
yeah. Do you kind of like when it comes to like Middle Eastern culture and stuff,
Mhm.
do you still like really identify closely with that? Is like does that mean something to you like being Middle Eastern beyond just like ethnically or like
I think recently,
yeah.
with the politics and the political climate, it made me be a little more proud of where I come from because I'm
Yeah.
like, don't oppress anybody, right? You know my stances on things where I'm like freedom for all, like everybody's
Yeah.
entitled to do whatever they want. But not really, not
Yeah.
really. I think that culture has caused me so much pain and heartache that I don't identify with it. And I never identified with it. There are aspects that I enjoy, like how men treat women and like how women are of value and like how they are the prize always, and like the respect, not all cultures, but where I come from, we have that, you know, instilled in us. And it's like how my dad treats my mom, like she's the queen. Like I love that aspect, but I don't think that I relate to anything else because they also don't believe in the same things they believe in. You know, I have a completely different belief system.
Do you date Middle Eastern men?
Mm-mm.
Why?
They're not for me. They're not for me. And I don't want to deal with, because I know their culture, right? I don't want to deal with the bullshit. And I know that it's not going to go anywhere. I know that he's not going to stand up to his parents and be like, I'm dating a trans girl.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
you're a means to an end.
yeah. So I'm just like, I'm good. And I also like lived amongst them for 20 years. I don't find them attractive.
Yeah.
I want a white boy.
I can't.
I hate it. I hate that I like white boys, but it's true.
Can't. I just think, and this is obviously very broad statements. I feel like white guys think they're the prize.
It's true.
White guys think they're the prize.
It's true.
And
I hate it.
yeah.
I hate it so much.
And it's like, I'm not going to.
And this is why I'm not currently dating anyone.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much. Always, always, always come here for the chaos and stay for the clarity. And I appreciate the support. I looked at my stats for the podcast and it's actually pretty good, more than I expected. So I want to say thank you to all of you guys for watching and for supporting me in every endeavor that I've had, whether it's a book, a podcast, something, whatever it is that I do. I'm always all over the place. And part 2 of my book will be coming out soon, but like it's going to take some while. I'm still writing it. So that's still in the works, I promise. You guys will get it. Yeah. It's a really short book. If you guys have not seen it, it's still in the link of my bio. If you want to read it, it's a really short book that gives you 3 defining moments of my childhood that have made me the person that I am today, and like why I decided to leave the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for now, until next time, bye, plastics.